Hey, that's our high-bred naughty horse.
Inappropriate? Namoy, it's Joynan, and welcome to my lovely new house. What an upgrade, am I right? Look at the lovely background. We have a chair, my old chair, and that's about it. No, I mean, obviously, over time, I'm gonna work up this background to something quite presentable, a lot more presentable than this. Also, the sound is terrible in here. It's a rental though, so I can't even put anything on the wall, so I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's for me to figure out. You don't need to worry about it. But I have officially moved, which is why the videos have been a little bit here, there, little few and far between, because I've been moving. I've been so busy setting up my old chair in the corner of this room. But I'm here and ready to go, and while I've been busy the last couple of weeks, so has Troom Troom. They've made a new channel. Now, hold up. When I say that, I don't mean that their parent company has created some random offshoot with some completely unrelated name, yet for some reason it covers the exact same content. No, Troom Troom has actually created a new channel. It has its own purpose and everything. They call it Troom Troom Food. And trust me, I am just as curious as you are. What actually is food in the Troom Troom universe? Will they be teaching us to cook? Is that even safe? I don't know. Let's find out. Troom Troom Food, 24,000 subscribers, which they have gained in the past 2 weeks. So this is legitimately a brand new channel. If we want to know a little bit about them, the description is food life hacks, amazing recipes, food challenges, and a lot more. So in the past 2 weeks, they have made 8 new videos, all around the topic of food. Let's just go with the first one, right? Who will win? Pro chefs compete with an amateur. This one has 1.4 million views, which is very good for a first video. Then the views sort of trickle out a little bit for all their subsequent videos, but I'm not saying that these are nothing views, because these are, let's be honest, the kinds of views that I get. And the channel's only a couple weeks old, and they already have 10% of the subscribers I do, yet 100% of the views. So they're doing okay. But this is Troom Troom. We didn't expect anything different.
We start our today's battle. The best chefs will be competing. Let's see how they will put to use the tools of their opponents, a teacher and a construction worker.
Wow. Okay, I can tell you this much. They have already upped the production value significantly. They haven't got that classic annoying Troom Troom voiceover artist anymore. They have this bloke. They introduced it like it's Iron Chef. Look at this. I kind of feel like I'm about to watch an actual TV show.
Welcome Miss Smith in our studio. She's a teacher. She came straight from a geography class right to the point on the map where adventures are. We mean to our show.
No, she didn't. Oh, in the first 10 seconds of this brand new Troom Troom experience, we were led to believe that maybe Troom Troom was turning a new leaf. Maybe they were doing some legitimate content here, making an actual cooking channel. Maybe this was gonna be very BuzzFeed style, like actually putting a pro chef against an amateur, making a pizza? I don't know, it sounds actually genuinely interesting. But I guess that's a little bit too much to ask of our beloved Troom Troom. We already have Ms. Smith, the fictional teacher, with a nose ring. And so begins the classic Troom Troom tale of presenting something like it's a real situation, but it's just clearly not. We're gonna have people in overdone get-ups doing their ridiculously over-the-top acting, and it's just gonna be completely made up. I.e., not a pro chef against an amateur. It's an actor against an actor. It's a purely scripted scenario. And this is just really classic Troom Troom with a food twist, isn't it?
And here comes the chef. Miss Smith, don't be so skeptical. I can tell you that the chef had good grades at school. And now both of you will have to cook a pizza. And stop complaining, Miss Smith. Your stomach will be okay after it, unlike you teach it at school.
You teachers. That's what teachers do, right? They just spend their lessons teaching you that pizza will make your stomach sore.
Just swap your spots, so the tools are not very familiar to you. Chef, think about how you can use a globe. And the fork pointer is the best invention for the teacher while cooking.
Wait, what? So the twist here is that they're competing with each other's utensils, but the teacher, being a teacher and not a chef, just brought teacher things, like a globe. And now the pro chef must make his pizza using teacher utensils. I'm telling you, this is a good setup. I actually like this idea, but it's just fake. Why not just do it for real?
While you're getting ready, I need to tell you something. I'm the head judge of today's battle, and I'll be closely watching what you do.
Okay.
Well, Miss Smith, we don't need end lectures, please. Our chef knows the right way to cook the dishes. Yeah, just take up the familiar position next to the blackboard.
Jeez. Hey, listen, Teach. We don't need no lectures. Just get back to the chalkboard where you belong.
She already worked out the perfect formula for cooking a pizza. Well, experience is your strong card.
Okay. I know many people in my personal life who are teachers. And let me tell you this, they don't write formulas on a blackboard when they're cooking. They're just people, you know? They still have to cook dinner. It's not like everything a teacher does is strictly teacher flavored.
Don't be grumpy. Start cooking. Let's make a pizza crust. Dissolve yeast and salt in water.
Oh, great.
The contestant number 1 is mixing it with compasses, and the other one is doing it in a very unusual way, with a spoon. Don't be angry, Miss Smith. You'll manage it. Plus, you got the tools from the best chef. You just have to know how to use them. Add flour and knead the dough.
Let me get this straight. They both have the recipe. They're both being told exactly how to cook it, but the teacher is just bad at it because she only knows how to do teacher things. She doesn't know how to knead a dough. She's a teacher. Why would she need to know how to do that?
You don't know how to use plastic wrap? What are you doing?
She doesn't even know how to use plastic wrap. She's a teacher, okay? Not a pro chef. You expect her to know how to use that stuff?
Cut bell pepper into circles.
Using your meter ruler.
Miss Smith is peeping, but she's still keeping up. I have seen a lot worse peppers than these.
Oh, that cutting technique does actually spook me out a little bit though. She's got her claws out like this, just like, oh, it's just asking for an accident to happen. For those of you following at home, the common practice is a claw grip. Grip your said vegetable like so. Grip your knife in the pinch grip, which is something like that. Now, you can't cut off your fingers. See this? Can't do it. You just can't.
Chef, don't sigh that heavily. I'm telling you, it's looking perfecto. Even Miss Smith cheered up. She got so carried away with the process that she starts juggling.
Okay.
You don't approve of it? She's doing her best. Of course, slicing tomatoes is way easier than writing figures on the blackboard. So slice your mozzarella with what you have.
I don't think that's mozzarella. Isn't mozzarella white? Every mozzarella I've ever seen has been white. I mean, maybe you can get some yellow mozzarella from somewhere in a block. Whatever. That's a dumb nitpick. I'll admit it.
A pencil sharpener? Really? What? It didn't work out? I think it would be easier to cut it at a 90 degrees angle.
Oh,
Even
jeez.
Miss
They made
Smith
quick
is
work
laughing.
of that.
You have a very suitable tool to roll out the dough. It's Miss Smith's globe. It works just as good as a rolling pin. Who
No,
would have
it
thought?
It doesn't. A pro chef wouldn't even use a rolling pin. Pro pizza chefs use their hands, which you both have. And a globe is just a terrible thing to use as a rolling pin. It doesn't work. I actually would have loved to see this whole idea done, but like actually, it kind of seems like a funny idea. If you get a professional chef and a professional something else, the professional something else needs to bring in their tools of the trade. The something else gets to use the actual cooking utensils, and the chef has to use the something else's tools. They both follow the same recipe, and then you see whose turns out better. I think that's cool. It frankly seems like a great idea that I would actually enjoy watching if they had actually done it.
Oh no, Miss Smith, put it down. Put the dough back onto the table and no one will get hurt. You're the teacher after all, not a pizza maker.
I think she was doing a fairly good job, to be honest. I feel like you're being a little bit harsh. You're also supposed to be the judge in this situation, and I feel like you're getting a little bit too involved.
we keep on working with the dough. Calculate the needed radius and put on smoked sausages.
He's not very good. What is that? What are they actually... What is that? Is there like a really, really long Slim Jim? Why are they putting Slim Jims in the pizza?
Miss Smith, why are you so fussy? That's just a long sausage. Close it with dough just like you close another notebook with a low grade.
Jeez, these teacher slurs just keep on coming. They really have some heavy prejudice against teachers. They are frontline workers. Give them a little bit more respect. Also, I take it back judging this idea. Putting Slim Jims in the crust of a pizza, brilliant. That should be in every pizza.
And now coat the center with tomato sauce. What will you use, chef? Come up with something. Good job, you figured it out. Miss Smith, catch up. Me guiding the process has a good effect on you.
Miss Smith, catch up. She has literally done more and way better than him. This judge is showing a clear bias and I request a withdrawal.
Sprinkle the pizza with cheese. Don't eat it, Miss Smith. You can do it after the contest.
Why not?
Transfer the veggies and
That's part of the fun of cooking. If the pro chef ends up winning this, it's gonna be so rigged.
boom. There's no such thing as too much tomato. Miss Smith works so fast that she seasons the pizza without me ordering her to. Nay, that's our high-bred naughty horse.
Inappropriate? We need a new judge. How is this guy worse than the original Troom Troom voiceover lady?
Put the dishes into the ovens and decorate with oregano and basil when they're ready. Not origami, Miss Smith. I said oregano. That's spice.
That's like, you're just being mean at this point. She was getting it, okay? She knew what you meant.
Chef, only you're allowed to season it with salt. But something is telling me that our strong and independent Miss Smith could really do with your help right now. Because like they say, one is where one belongs. In the kitchen or at the blackboard.
What?
The way of serving is pretty unusual, but it doesn't influence the taste. Moreover, our chef is a gentleman, so he gives the perfect pizza to the lady. Because no matter what troubles you're going through in your life, the important thing is to always be a kind human being.
Says you? What? You come out here preaching your be a kind human being when you've been just absolutely laying into this teacher the whole time. The chef does one thing nice at the very end, gives her his pizza, and you're like, yeah, see that, chef? Stand up, bloke. Life really is about being nice to people.
Well, the chef as a teacher is just as good as Miss Smith as a chef.
No, I don't buy it. Too little, too late. You have one sentence of a little, well, he doesn't make a good teacher either. So yeah, there's that. No, you don't get away with this. New Troom Troom Food voiceover guy. You have drawn your line in the sand and I am on the other side of it. What are the comments saying? That, des is woohoo, trom trom. I love trom trom. Yum. Shnid, chef. GGGG, should we be at our? What's now? 11 likes. That his good. Okay, so the comments seem super legit. Troom Troom has liked one comment, which is another channel that's good. That's not good. Because that's super duper good and cool. What are these comments? These cannot be real. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. Maybe we'll come back and see how they're doing in a little while. When they inevitably have millions of subscribers and they're the biggest food channel going around. Anyway, get some of the sweet new lemon carton merch in the description below. It looks like this. It's pretty cute. Just like you, baby. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching my video, but now that it's done, please watch another one.